Oh, wow, what do you know? It's time for the Pocket Knife Show. Hey, it's Mike on the mic again for another episode of the Pocket Knife Podcast. Years ago, H.B. London, then a nationally known pastor to pastors, set aside the month of October as Pastor Appreciation Month. He urged congregations to do and say kind things for their leaders throughout the month. And they did. Many times over the years since Mr. London first put out the call to give thanks, I have received dozens of cards with handwritten notes of encouragement. They are treasured, saved in a file marked encouragement near my desk. I pull them out when I feel discouraged, and God lifts my spirits. In addition to cards, I have received fun and useful gifts. One year, my church gave me money specifically to buy new running shoes. I think it might have been the same year that I got a marathon runner ornament to hang on our Christmas tree. Last year, I got a new office chair to replace the holy old one. Holy as in having a hole in the seat, not as in set apart for God's use. They also gave hundreds of dollars to sponsor me on a run which raised funds for our denomination's missions efforts. That meant a lot. I am thankful to God for a church family who cares for me. I'm even more grateful that their support isn't a 1 month out of 12 thing. I often hear words of encouragement. I experience care and concern. When my dad started having problems, my church prayed for me. That meant more than any of the folks who listened patiently to my sermons week after week could ever imagine. Which leads me to a question I'm not sure exactly how to word. I guess I'm wondering something like this. Who pastors pastors? There are denominational leaders who do their best to support those who fill the pulpits of each of the congregations under their supervision. Dave, one of my superintendents, is among the best at this. I appreciate how he, through the Spirit, breathes life into every pastor's life as he leads in prayer or speaks at retreats. I always leave meetings with him feeling refreshed. Then there are fellow pastors with whom each pastor interacts locally. I didn't know when I started how blessed I was to immediately find a group of pastors to meet with and pray with. Every week I hung out with Carl and Ralph and Keith and a few others. We had a blast talking through the crazy twists and turns of ministry. As a fresh out of Bible college kid, I learned a ton from these older, wiser men. When I moved on from my first church after 10 years, I found a new group of pastors with whom I could meet in my new community. Where I am now, I have the same. Terry, Scott, Mike, Tyler, Michael, Kyle, and Dan, they're constant source of encouragement, perspective, and lunacy. It's really a good thing our conversations are not recorded. There may be a book someday, but not till all of us are retired. When Jesus sent his disciples out to do ministry, he always sent them out in pairs. He knew each of them would need someone to lean on, would crave connection when things got rough, would enjoy company when the whole world ignored them, or worse, hated them. I'm grateful today, in the middle of Pastor Appreciation Month, that God knew the crew I needed to see me through. My church family, and my superintendents, and my pastoral corruption unit. Sorry, inside joke. Thanks, guys and gals, for the support. I thank God for each of you. Even if you've moved away, you're in my heart. Can't wait till next Tuesday morning, or a Facebook note, or a face-to-face reunion. If that's not till heaven, it's going to be the best reunion ever. One last inside joke. I promise not to tell who's the worst, but it's Dan. Dan, what's your deal? Moving to Arizona? Really? Oh no, it's sad I know we've come to the end of the show. See you next time.